Premier League football returns, and it returns with a bang. Liverpool against Manchester United is the one this weekend that everyone is looking forward to, certainly, especially Liverpool fans. But it is the standout of this weekend's fixtures. But there is actually some other decent fixtures that myself and Naj are going to go over and give our predictions in tonight's episode. Make sure you get your predictions in the chat as well. We're also going to be speaking about our FPL League, our Talking Reds FPL League, who is winning, who is losing, and who is on the comeback. And also maybe some FPL tips going on into this weekend, because tonight we're actually quite early with it. So we actually have got at least, say, about 12 hours, more than 12 hours, 16 hours until the deadline. So you can actually listen to his FPL tips this week, which is fantastic. But yeah, let me know your comments. Let me know your opinions in this weekend's games, and your predictions in the chat, and what players you are tipping for FPL as well. So, as always, let's get down to the business. As always, as well, we always leave the Liverpool game to the last. It's not the last game of the weekend. We still will leave it to the last. And I've also got pen and paper as well this week to write down our predictions. So me and Naj don't forget who they are. I know it's on record. And I'm also, anyone in the chat as well, let me know your predictions, and I'll write yours on the piece of paper as well. So, first game of the weekend, 12:30 tomorrow on TNT Sports. Nottingham Forest versus Chelsea.
Do you know what? I've got to remember what I've just done, because I've literally just done a predictions video myself, and I'm going to forget. But I remember this one because it's the first one that I said 2-1 Chelsea. So I'll stick with that.
Yeah, I think, I know Nottingham Forest at home, and last season it's probably a different game completely. But right now, with Ange, too open. They're too open at the back. And for me, I think I agree with that. I do agree with that. Chelsea going there and maybe getting a win. Chelsea obviously play well against us, but Chelsea being Chelsea at the moment, they're a very, very strange team. Because, one second, stop my camera. It's a bit weird at the moment. Right, is that better? Can you see me better?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So yeah, Chelsea at the moment, they are up and down. They play well against us, play poor against Man United, but you don't know what team Chelsea are going to get. But I will agree with you, and I think actually, do I agree with the scoreline as well?
I don't think
I'm going to go 3-1, mate. I'm going to go 3-1.
I just don't think they've got that many goals in them, Chelsea, at the minute. Without Palmer, I just can't see him scoring more than maybe score 3.
I get that.
Yeah, I just
get
can't.
that.
It's, I don't know. Like, they've got Delap out, Palmer's out. I can't remember else is out up front. João Pedro obviously has been like very good for them, but I think Palmer's basically like the man, and he really at Chelsea. So yeah,
I do get that. In the chat, let me know yours as well. I'll write it down on the piece of paper. Next game is Brighton against Newcastle. Newcastle. Another good game. 2 good games so far. 1-1. Any reason to that? It is one of those games where it's like, yeah.
Do you know what?
It's a hard predicting game. Yeah.
People say Arsenal being the best defensively this season. Probably wrong. I'd probably say, like, obviously Arsenal are going to be one of the best. Like, look at who they've got. Look at the depth. They've got 55 centre-backs, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But for Newcastle to go into the season very like, oh, we don't know what's going to go on with Newcastle. They're going to finish, they don't know they're going to be good. I know we've got quite a few draws this year, but they've only conceded in 2 games now. That was against Liverpool and Arsenal. So, out of 8 games, conceding in 2 games. I know they obviously conceded 5 goals in them 2 games, but they're just really good.
The best 2 teams here, yeah.
I do think Brighton will score though, because they're at home. Brighton always score at home. But I do think it'll be a draw. I can't see. It could even be 0-0. It could be 0-0 draw again. Genuinely, but I think Voltemada looks good at the minute, so I think he could probably get a goal. And then I think, Brighton are good, aren't they? Like, no matter who Brighton play, they still score. Like, they're not frightened of anyone. So yeah, I think Brighton get a goal, and Newcastle 1-1. I'm going to go with. Either way, I'm going to go with a draw.
I've actually thought about this, and I thought, you know what? I agree with what you're saying in terms of Newcastle defensively, but I just think Brighton, they sort of due a good win against a decent side.
Yeah.
I think they're very well drilled. They've got a good defense themselves. But again, I can see goals in the game. They're a bit up and down this year, Brighton. They're not as convincing as they normally are. However, I do think tomorrow's one of them games where they actually get a victory. If I'm honest, I'm going to go 2-1 Brighton in that. I don't know why. Just got a feeling that.
I feel like Brighton this season, like they've not got going quite yet, and I think they'll. I've topped them to finish. I've tipped them to finish in my predictions. I think them to finish quite high. I think potential European spots for Brighton this year, but not like Champions League. I mean, like conference or Europa. I just think they've got a good manager and a strong squad. So yeah. I'm a 2-1 for Brighton would be fine as well for me. I'm not gonna argue either way.
Yeah. Burnley Leeds, and I think that again, that's another good game. I think there's quite a few good games. Is like I can't predict an outright winner if that makes sense.
I think I went 2 or 3-1 Leeds for that. Now Burnley haven't been bad, but I just don't know. I just think Leeds have been
the lack up front, don't they? Burnley. So then again, Leeds have been lacking up front, but they've been actually playing well in games.
Yeah, I think Leeds have got a bit more of a cutting edge up front. You know, I know Jay Nancy's been good for Burnley, but I just think I'm not saying
it's just in though, isn't it? That's the issue.
Yeah, you know, Pirro could score for Leeds. If Calvert-Lewin finds his feet, he could score for Leeds. They've got Dan James. They've got Aronson in behind them and stuff. You know, they've got, I can't even remember who else. They've got Willie Nonto as well. They've got some players that can get a goal. So I've gone to, I think 2 or 3-1 I went for Leeds on that one.
And they played well against Tottenham. They were unlucky not to get a result against Tottenham. They beat Wolves away. They were unlucky not to get a result against Fulham away. They actually battered Fulham away. Nearly beat Bournemouth. Nearly beat Bournemouth.
Nearly beat Newcastle.
Against Newcastle. So they've been really convincingly beaten apart from Arsenal. Yeah. Every other game they've been in it this season. And like I said, I think them out of them, Burnley and Leeds, I think it's one of those games where they both came up together, but Leeds were the better team clearly last season. Yeah. And I think they'll show that again for me. I'm going to agree with that. I'm going to go 3-1 Leeds, me.
Yeah.
3-1 Leeds for you as well, yeah?
3-1, yeah. 3 or 2-1, I said. I'm happy with either one.
So we've got lots of goals tomorrow so far. Every team has scored so far. Crystal Palace, Bournemouth.
Spanner in the works for this one for me. I went Crystal Palace 2, Bournemouth 3.
Oh yeah, I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that.
But do you get my reasoning behind it? Like, Semenyo is absolutely...
Yeah, Bournemouth are playing really, really well at the moment.
Yeah, like Semenyo is absolutely on fire as well. Like, he is like... He's one of the last players I want to face right now. Like, literally, he's that good. And I don't think you could... As good as Crystal Palace have been, I think he's so talented. I think you can't... no one can lock him down at the minute, can you? No one can stop him from scoring. Van Dijk couldn't do it. You know, he's just ridiculous. And I think Bournemouth have played brilliant this season as well. Like, you know, to lose so many players and for him just to be probably better... If I dare say it, probably better than he was last. Well, they statistically they have already, but I think I sort of thought this with Palace. Once they get the first loss, they probably get maybe 1 or 2 after it, and then sort of like plateau out again. So I do think that Bournemouth will beat them, yeah. Just because I'd say Fulham have got a really...
So 3-2 Bournemouth.
Yeah, but reason as well, like they played Fulham last game week, Bournemouth. I know they were at home, but like Fulham are a good side, and they just that second half they just wiped them. They just wiped them out of the picture. They were just so much better than them, and I think that's what could happen to Palace. The energy they've got in that Bournemouth team is ridiculous as well. There's so much energy.
Big up Shiba, and Shiba also said Fulham will take something from Arsenal. We'll go on to Fulham Arsenal shortly, so we'll decide on that if they take something from Arsenal on that. I'm going to go, funnily enough, I'm going to go 2-1 to Palace. I do see again goals in it. I can't see Palace stopping Bournemouth for scoring. It could even be 2-2. It has got goals in it, but again, look, every game's got goals in it so far. But yeah, I think Palace at home losing to Everton for the first time in 19 games. I can't see them losing back to back. I think they'll shut that off and they'll say, look, we need to bounce back ASAP. They've got too much of a good team right now. Palace, I think they're better structured than Bournemouth. I think Bournemouth are there to get at, but also I don't think Palace are there to get out as much as Bournemouth are. So that's why I'm going to go 2-1 Palace. But I kind of see your way as well. I do say, but the way Semenyo's playing, it's hard, to knock him. Man City, Everton. Man City, Everton.
I went really boring with this one on my predictions before, and I'm going to.
Didn't you?
It's got 1-0.
1-0, right.
As much as Everton been playing well this season, and they got obviously a huge win against Crystal Palace, and then they're a bit of a bogey team for City, actually, Everton the past, season or two. I just see 1-0 City. I think just like a goal at half-time, near before half-time, then just nothing after that.
A bit like last week against Brentford. They played well first half against Brentford. They actually dominated against Brentford, actually, Man City first half. But second half, it was just like just like both teams didn't bother.
Yeah, that's what I think it'll be. 1-0.
She said, here, I have to watch the game with my family on Sunday. My dad's an Arsenal fan and my brother and sister are United fans. Pray for me. That could be the worst game or the best game, because some of the worst games I've ever had is watching it alongside United fans. Not this match, just Liverpool matches in general. But some of the best games as well is watching alongside my United fans. I remember one of my best memories in football, in terms of being a football fan, was not a Liverpool game. One of my best memories was watching the Man City Aguero moment with my United fan.
That's brilliant.
Was that I've never celebrated a goal in my life. That's not a Liverpool game. More than that one. I enjoyed every single minute of that one. But yes, it can be the worst. It can be the best. So if we do lose, then yeah, should be. You've got it. It's a long afternoon into evening.
Was it? United got beat twice, didn't they, in Europa League finals, didn't they? Is it twice they got beat? Got beat last year, didn't they? Is it Villarreal?
Yeah.
Villarreal.
Yeah. Because it was Marina.
I remember going watching that with a few United fans. It was great.
It's brilliant because you've got no in the game. You're not nervous around anything. You just hate watching calmly. It's beautiful. Yeah. Man City. Every time I'm going to go 3-0 Man City. I think Everton. I think they've been all right at times. I think Jack Grealish is like the main guy right now. I think they heavily rely on him, and Day as well potentially. But I think Man City's getting into a little bit of a groove now. I think at home, I think we'll see the best of them at home. So I'm going to go 3-0 Man City.
What a great story it would be if Jack Grealish went to the Etihad
and got a winner.
Football.
I think he's just happy just to play football and let free a little bit.
I think. Do you know what I think? I think sort of with Jack Grealish, because like obviously beyond that right hand side, we play Nunes and stuff like that. He'd be really getting at him. Obviously, I think there's. I mean, I said this 1-0, and you said 3-0. There's also that element that Jack Grealish could prove a point.
Yeah, I've took him out my FPL, so he probably would, to be honest. If I'm honest,
yeah.
I mean, I had him in my FPL against West Ham. Didn't do nothing. He didn't dare shoot, and then the week after he scored the goal.
Got the winner.
So it's just typical. Sunderland Wolves.
I think did I go 3-0 or 3-1? 3-1 I went for Sunderland.
We've got a lot of differences today. I'm going to go 2-1 Wolves. I think Wolves again are due a win. I know Sunderland have been playing well this season. But I think at some point it's one of those games where I think Wolves get an important win, and Sunderland that's where Sunderland downfall comes out. They started brilliantly, but that's where their downfall coming now. And then against players teams like this.
They've got a lot of drive, haven't they, Sunderland at the minute? That's why I'm backing them a bit at the minute. They just, they get beat. They got beat in the game week 2 or 3 or whatever, and they just next week, we'll win, and they won, and it's just fair enough. I think
it's one of those games where I think they look back at the end of the season and think, yeah, that's got us relegated.
I think they stay up Sunderland. I've said this.
I'm not saying they have relegated. I'm just saying it's just one of those games. I think it's going to sway towards Wolves tomorrow. But yeah, 3-1 Sunderland for you, 2-1 to Wolves for me. Right, Fulham Arsenal. Sheba's been waiting for this one. Fulham Arsenal.
You first.
I think Arsenal right now are playing too good not to get a win in this. Fulham are decent, but not had the most cracking of starts. I don't think as good at scoring as last year. I think that lets them down. It's hard to score against Arsenal. I think Arsenal win 2-0.
So my head's saying Arsenal win. I'm saying draw. My friend, who's one of the best mates, who's a very big Arsenal fan, he's turned around to me and said, and I'll quote on what he said to me the other day, if Arteta doesn't start Eze and plays like he did before he got that comment made about him playing with a handbrake on, he thinks that Fulham would take points off Arsenal. And I said, I agree with that. But I also agree with what you're saying. Like, I think he's learned
a little bit Arteta. He went for it against Newcastle.
Yeah, he did. But I don't know. Let's go. Head saying Arsenal win. Hope saying 1-1. Oh, actually, we've got to lose. But
which way are you going for? Hope or head? Head or heart?
Go me heart.
1-1, yeah. 1-1, fair enough.
Go me heart. It's not going to be. The Fulham will lose. I'm just
1-1. That's what you're going for. So, first game on Sunday before our game, Tottenham Aston Villa.
Did I go 3-2 or 3? I think 3-2 or 3-1 to Spurs on that one. I think it went 3-2 actually. Yeah, I think Villa will get 2 goals, but I think Spurs will get.
I've gone 3-0. I think Villa playing. Puana, they got the win. I said they were going to get the win every week, but I think Tottenham are much more well drilled this season. Much better scoring goals, and I think Villa. I mean, it could be 3-1. It could be 3-1, but I'm going to go 3-0. I'm going to go 3-0 Tottenham.
Oh, no matter what, I think Spurs will win. Like,
yeah.
I think that'll happen. Yeah, just don't know.
You know what? I'm changing it. I'm going to regret this. I'm going to go 2-0 Spurs. I'm going to go 2-0. West Ham Brentford Monday night. Oh, West Ham like Monday night games, don't they?
1-0 Brentford. I went for on this.
Wow, do you? I see West Ham winning. 2-1.
Yeah,
Jared Bowen is too good.
I know, but I just think Brentford look all right if Igor out front. Isn't it mad? Like, the start of the season, I was like, Brentford are screwed. They actually look sound. They look fine. Like, and I thought, I know
they're scoring right, but it's just conceding. They are 16th in the table.
Oh, I know, but they look like, I thought they'd be like rock bottom of
Burnley. Yeah. I can imagine. I can see them going down. I think defensively they're all over the place.
Yeah. The performances have been okay. Like, I think obviously they beat United, didn't they? Who did they beat this season? They beat United. They've got 3 wins, haven't they? 2 wins or 3 wins.
They lost the way to Fulham. I'm just going through it now. Drew against Chelsea at home.
Yeah, I mean,
they've got 2 wins, so they've lost against Sunderland away. That was last minute, wasn't it? That they beat Villa at home.
That was it.
Villa and Man United so far.
I mean,
taking down against Chelsea.
2 big scalps there, really, aren't they? Well, 3 if you count Chelsea. Is that taking points off 3 big teams? So they've definitely got it in them to like be all right. But I don't know. I'm backing them to win. I think they'll beat West Ham. Just West Ham are just sort of transitioning into new management, aren't they, at the minute? Let's just say that. So we'll see.
It's a very, very nice comment, Shiba. For the quality of this channel, there should be hundreds of people in here. It's mad. Yeah, I think in the summer, Shiba, when we were doing transfers, it brought a lot of people in. We were quite quick on transfers, weren't we? Now we were quite consistent every single night at 7 o'clock talking about transfers. And when the transfers, people want the news, people want to see who's Liverpool signing. But since the season started, YouTube changed the algorithm a little bit. I went on holiday a couple of times, came back. So it's like we're starting again a little bit, trying to get the algorithm back up. But yeah, we do get some decent views. Not as good as well as in summer, but yeah, we do still keep going. I want to keep different things as well. I don't just want to keep giving you guys the news and stuff. It gets boring. It gets too repetitive. There's so many channels that do the same thing. I don't want to be a channel that's like that. I want to do something different. Premier predictions, I want to do different things. I want to do interviews, different things like that. But yeah, we'll do more things on this channel. It's just that consistency in it, and hopefully more people will come and watch us. But all we can do is just do our thing, hitting it, Naj. That's all we can do. And hopefully someone clicks on our stuff. Liverpool Man United. I've already done my prediction for this in terms of score because I did it in the preview yesterday with Kojo. Go on. Mine's 2-1, by the way. 2-1 to Liverpool.
Last time we did prediction with you, we did shit.
You said Liverpool beat Chelsea, didn't you? And I said 1-1. I said someone will nick it late.
I'm going to go right. Like I've said this. I think this is the game, the ultimate game. I think this is the game to put a marker down and say, listen, we aren't down in tools. We're not down in tools anyway. But this is like almost a perfect game to put a performance in and turn around and go, we're going to win this game. And I think I've gone with, you're going to probably think, oof, I've gone 4-1 Liverpool.
And I said yesterday with Kojo, right, I said, I find it mad that Liverpool fans are going in there, we're going to bath these. The ones I think about.
I'm not going in with that sort of mentality.
Yeah, I know what you mean, like going to blow Man
Yeah.
away. Yeah, I know what you mean.
I just think, look, if Liverpool, and we said this against Chelsea, if Liverpool play what we've been saying for the past month, probably longer, Salah playing on the inside forward, Isak, Ekatike, we played that the way we won the league last year. We beat United. We do beat United, and that's not me discrediting United or anything like that. And we've not had the greatest of starts, but we do. We've got the superior, like their defense against our attack shouldn't be a question. It should be
Yeah.
Scoring goals against their defense. It's all over the shop. They've got a brand new goalkeeper. Put them under pressure. You got Isak. You got Salah 28 goals in the league last season. You got Isak 23 goals in the league last season. You should be blowing up, not blowing them away. You should be getting the shots off. Like, this is the issue at the minute with Liverpool. We're not getting enough shots off. You see this thing going around. 71 chances created. Yeah, put the ball in the back of the net then. You know what I mean? Like get the players that are the best in them positions. I think the reason why it's a 4-1 as well, I think Arne Slot's had enough time over this international break because he obsesses and he admits he watches games, reads, reanalyzes stuff. The key to winning the game is the guy who loves to score against them, and that is Mohamed Salah. And I think he'd been looking at that for the last few weeks. He'd probably gone back and looked through all the years of Salah absolutely terrorising United and looked at the position Salah played. And every single time he played on that inside centre-back. And I think we do that, we win.
Yeah. It could easily be a 4-1 game. But that's the thing. And if I went into this game without seeing what I've seen this season, if I just went like that, and I know what Liverpool are capable of, then I would probably say 4-1. But because I'm basing it on what I've seen this season, exactly the same. I went in the same with Chelsea the same way. Me and you did it in the Chelsea game. We did the preview for it, and I said it's going to be 1-1. That's what I predicted. I said 1-1. It won't surprise me someone wins it late, because there were no way on earth I could go into that game with confidence of beating Chelsea. And I'm the same tomorrow. Like, I think we'll beat them because we're not on Sunday. I think we'll beat them because we're at home, and it might not be worse than Chelsea. But I can't. I said it to Kojo yesterday. I can't stick my chest out and say, yeah. But we should be doing the way my night are right now. Liverpool are right now. Every Liverpool fan should be saying, "Yep, we should be winning this," and sticking the chest out and saying it. But I can't because of what I've seen this season. Liverpool haven't played well. Man United have played well at times as well. I think Liverpool play well in spells. Liverpool have got the better players, clearly.
Yeah.
And I think if we do win the game, it's because we've got the better players. But until I see not Klopp, because I've been reading about Klopp and his interview. If Slot sees that it needs changes and change the system, and he does it, then I've started more faith going into games. I start seeing the system, start seeing some better tactics, start seeing the best, seeing Salah come inside a little bit more. Yeah. Then I'll be more hopeful coming into games like this. But right now, until I see that, I can't lie. I can't lie. You know what? If Man United beat us on Sunday, I might take a day off. Because mad online social media is going to be on Monday with a Klopp interview, and if Man United won, because I'm really looking forward to this Klopp interview, by the way, because of the fact that there's going to be a lot of home truths that a lot of people have been trying to say that's not true. I think he's going to come out and say the truth. This is why he's done it with Stephen Bartlett, for example. Because if he did it with a fan channel like Rap or something like that, I don't think he would have been as honest.
Yeah,
he's had those interviews in the past. I don't think he's been as honest, and he won't get asked the questions that we sort of want to know and need to know why he really did leave. And people say, "Oh, it's because he's tired." There's more to it. I said it at the time. There was more to it. I'm absolutely spot on, by the way. I know for a fact there's more to it.
Like people are like, "Oh, Klopp left because he was tired," or Klopp left. No, there was something that happened with the I don't know, the conversation group between Klopp and maybe like Henry and
there was reported that they had a meeting
Yeah,
late that year, and then that's where it came out. Then Klopp were leaving. It was not far after that.
It was. I remember because he said he had the meeting in November, didn't he? 2023, and then 2024 in the January. That's when Klopp said he's gonna leave. I think the February time.
So something happened in that meeting.
But I think we all speculated and we thought that do you know what? To be honest, if you look at it now, he wasn't wrong. I think Klopp was going to be told that in the summer there was going to be no money in January because we didn't spend it. We actually didn't spend for 2 years. And I think that's what made Klopp have just gone, what can I do? What more can I do? I can't keep sitting here and stressing myself out and stuff like that. And I think, there was probably a bit of an element. He probably was tired of doing what he was doing,
I said it was a mixture of things. I think it was a mixture of everything. Also, it's tough being a manager anyway. He was tired of that. He was looking to leave anyway. He's probably tired of the the Premier League referees, tired of the scheduling and things like that. But I think FSG was a big part of it as well. Working with FSG put a lot of strain on him.
Yeah, and that's what I think. There's not just one thing that's made him leave. There's a lot of elements for it for him to leave his contract 3 years early because it was 2027 he was signed to. Yeah, because he signed it in 22, 5-year deal. I remember actually. It was before the Champions League finally signed the contract, didn't he? I remember actually.
Yeah.
So, with Jurgen Klopp, there's a lot of elements to it, and it's going to be interesting that he's outsourced, done that, like you say, it's right, outsourced person who's got nothing to do with the club or football or anything like that. It's quite a good thing to do it with. And yeah, I think that's what I'm trying to say. He probably wasn't wrong. What we're going to do in this summer, like 2024 summer, we're getting no money. Obviously Slot took over, won the league, but do we think Klopp could have won the league last season? Probably, yeah. I think he could have done 100%.
I think he'd had a better chance in Champions League. I think we'd get for the PSG game with Klopp.
Yeah, I do. But to be honest, and this is not discrediting on Slot in the slightest. I think if Klopp stayed for another year, we'd probably win 2 trophies last year. Probably anyway.
Potentially, yeah.
Potentially.
I bet he was crying at home like Man City dropping off.
Well,
especially.
Sod's law, isn't it? But yeah, I mean, I'm not. No, it's not. This is not discrediting Slot.
No, it's not. No.
Brilliant, but I think Klopp, obviously, for us to turn around and go, "Oh, Klopp was finished." Well, no, he was not. Like he could have gone on and won another Premier League. He could have won. He could have gone on to do that. But I think the money issue. We didn't spend. We've only spent this summer. If Klopp was still in charge now, do you think we would have? I don't think we would have spent this money.
People are blaming Klopp for that. People are saying, I think he might have accepted it a bit more, but I don't think it was certainly. He going out there saying, I don't want to spend this summer. The amount of times he came out and said, I'm not in charge of the money. He said it in press conferences. And I always said, you've got to read between the lines of what he's saying all the time. He's saying he's not in charge of the money. Why is he saying that? We know he's not in charge of the money. So why is he saying it? He's saying it for a reason. I said all the time, didn't I, Sinaj? I don't know how long we've been speaking about this, but for years, for 2, 3, 4 years, I've been saying, wait until Jurgen Klopp leaves Liverpool, the truth will come out. The truth will come out. It will. I've been saying that for 2, 3, 4 years. And right now, yes, FSG deserve the praise. Right now, FSG, I'm no longer, right now, in terms of currently, I'm not FSG out because of the fact that they actually have changed. I've always wanted them to change the ways, and they have done this summer.
Yeah, they have.
And they have shown ambition.
Would that have happened under Klopp? Like I always play these things out in my mind because I think they're true, and there's obviously an element of truth to them. There's obviously an element of false to them. But let's say, like I've obviously just said it, if Klopp went on to win 2 trophies last season, or just even the Premier League alone, do you think FSG would have turned around and gone, "Here you go, here's 450 million, go and spend it on who you want"? That wouldn't have happened. Klopp wouldn't have had that money to go and spend. It's almost because Slot come in, they have to give him the money. They have to back him. He has to be backed because he's come in.
And he won the league on the first. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, listen, I've just brought you a league title. Do you want to carry this success on? Yeah.
And I don't really like being underdog either.
Exactly as well. And I think, if Klopp had that, if FSG said to Klopp before he left, like, oh yeah, look, next season we're gonna, not spend any, and then we're gonna, if we win the league or whatever, we win something, we'll back you next summer. I don't think them conversations were had. Them conversations wouldn't have been had because he would have still been there. Like Arne Slot, because Arne Slot come in, you had to back him. Like it's the way things work, isn't it? Sometimes, and that's just like the way football is, unfortunately. Like some managers, You know, I'm not saying Klopp didn't get backed, he did, but not to what we wanted him to be backed. You know, I think we missed out on Champions Leagues. We missed out on leagues from him not getting the right backing. And, you know, I think FSG have sort of changed the stance on it as well, as not, you know, an element of you've got this success has started again with a different manager. You've got to back them, or you're going to end up in the same position as you was halfway through Klopp's tenure, where you're struggling to get players. Your players are all out injured, you know, etc., etc. It's got to be done on it. And I think, you know, there's no excuses as well. They didn't spend 2023. Liverpool didn't spend a penny. So yeah, it's all if buts and maybes, isn't it?
Yeah. We need to start fast on Sunday, said Broven Cop out. Get out of the traps fast, start on the front foot and press these lot and then make them panic. And we need to press together as a team as well, not just one person pressing. So when Szoboszlai came out to press against Chelsea, he was on his own, and that's where that gap came. Question for you guys, for your favourite result versus Man United and your favourite goal versus Man United. Good questions. I did a TikTok on it. I don't know if I put it on our YouTube Shorts or not, but my favourite game watching Liverpool at the time, because I watched it with a Liverpool friend of mine, was the 4-1 at Old Trafford.
Fine.
That was one of my favourite games, the 4-1, because it was a time when it was the timing of it as well, because we were going head to head with Man United for the title that season, and that felt like a game like, hang on a second, not only beat Man United, but it was like a massive game in the season where I thought we can actually win the Premier League title here. So we never had really any hope of winning the Premier League title before that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that game obviously is very memorable for me as well. And you know, it's quite weird. Like the recent memory one. I mean, it's probably because I'll be honest. It should have been my granddad's birthday thing. He's like a big Liverpool fan, and obviously I lost him like in that sort of era of you know, when it went into lockdown and stuff. And I remember going to his and watching, you know, the 2-0 when we won, when Salah spun.
Yeah. The Premier League winning, yeah.
And that sort of moment, I knew we won the league. Like that was like, because it was just,
yeah.
It felt like all them years I watched Liverpool and, you know, all them years supported us. And that moment was just like, it was mad. Like I was just like, and then like, it's so weird that you think about all them things, like, you know, the Van Dijk scored and there was like the red sky behind him and everything. It was like picturesque, like
yeah.
Time, and I think, yeah, I mean, obviously there's other results like I'd like the 22 season, you know, when Mane chipped back to Salah and he scored.
Was that the 5-0? The 5-0 good when we made it
4-0. That was at home. 5.
Yeah. Well, was that the one that made him walk out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that was a good one.
The 4-0 one as well was really good. Which the 5-0, sorry, with the where Salah scored a hat trick with the cream.
Yeah, Beverly come back to the Thiago on the show. Yeah. Is that when Gary Neville cried on his podcast and he said he took the piss?
Yeah.
Thiago took the piss. He came off laughing.
You know what? There's been so many great games like against them in recent times. Like it's just been so utterly one-sidedly dominant, and it's been great.
And that's why the 4-1 sticks out to me more, because it wasn't at the time when we were challenging for the title with them. But it wasn't at the time where we were dominant.
No, we was really good that season as well. I think it's 2009, wasn't it? Would it be in 2009 that game?
2009, yeah, we came second to them.
Yeah, it was
Benitez facts rant. Yeah, I went downhill from there. Then
I always remember screaming when Dossena scored that chip.
Yeah.
I was about something. It was funny though, but
that was a good day. That was a good day. Cause then I met my Man United mate afterwards.
Yeah.
It was a good day. I had a curry that evening. I remember the whole day. I watched it all day. I had a curry for tea. My mate stopped over. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful day.
It was, but yeah, it was
Arsenal kickoff. It was on Saturday. It was Arsenal kickoff.
You know what's mad though? Like I always think like, because it's been utterly one-sidedly dominant over the last 6 years. It wasn't for like a good period, you know, for like from like 2010. I don't think we beat him for ages, did we? We maybe that 1-0 win or something in between.
Danny Murphy, a couple of times. We beat him 1-0 a few times. Danny Murphy scored.
Worthington Cup final. Yeah, before my time. That.
Yeah, Gerrard goal. Was that all three when Beckham was there? I went past Jack Beckham. My favourite goal against Manchester United. It's been a few, you know. My favourite goal.
Aurelio's was a banger in that 4-1 game.
Yeah, Reese's free kick, which practically broke the net. I don't know how the net survived that free kick.
Is that
Was you?
2001?
I can't remember when that was. Reese's goal. It might have been 2000. About that time.
I don't remember that one.
I know you'd been too young, wouldn't you? One second, let me have a look when Reese's goal was.
It would have been about 2001 or something like that. 2001, 2002. Because when you have Vodafone, didn't they?
Let me have a look. So Reese free kick, Man United. I bet someone knows in the chat. Which one that was. Yeah, 2001. Yeah, November 2021. Yeah. That was unbelievable. 1-3-1 that game. That free kick was class. I'd probably say that's the best goal I've seen. Maybe Benteke's goal was good, but it didn't lead to a win. We lost because that was Martial's winner, wasn't it?
Martial, welcome to Manchester.
Yeah. And he practically took his shirt off in the fucking commentary box.
I don't know my favourite. Like I Coutinho goal was really good in the Europa League one, where he chipped De Gea.
I liked Fowler's goal when he pushed Gary Neville to the side and chipped Batters.
It's a good goal. That. Do you know what I'd probably say, because obviously I'm sort of talking like I'd probably say either one from the 2009 win where we
Was it Batters? No, was it Schmeichel?
It had been Batters.
Was it Batters when he chipped him?
Yeah, I don't know, probably going a bit more off recent times, obviously, but probably De Gea was really good in that game, and Aurelio's in the 4-1 win. But probably my favourite's probably the Salah, just because of how just the goal. Like Alisson pumps it out to Salah, he just runs, smokes everyone, just buries it. I mean, it's not actually like an amazing goal.
Wait, did you remember this? Or are you too young for this as well? When he broke Alan Smith's leg?
Can't remember that. Too young.
It took a free kick from like fucking 50 yards out, laid it off to him, smashed it. Alan Smith came to shut it down, it broke his leg.
I've seen it, but I obviously can't remember it.
Honestly, you don't want to get in front of a Vita shot. Torres when he scared Vidic in 08.
Yeah.
Torres, that was one of the best strikers I've ever seen in my life. Torres, blonde hair Torres.
Yeah.
Slick back, that was just unreal. That great kit. Gerrard kissing the camera.
Unreal. Do you know what? I was looking at stats. I've actually not beaten United in like a season, have we? Like 2 seasons. It's crazy that, It's their cup final now, though, isn't it?
That's got a Milik goal, though. I think as well. I think,
by the way,
what I can remember, I think Reece is my favourite.
Yeah. At home.
Gerrard against in cup final, but also Gerrard scored it in cup final, but that was deflected off Beckham. I think that was the one. But he also scored another unbelievable goal against Man United from range.
Oh, that was like 2000.
That was like 2001-ish time as well. That was in the league.
It's like where he like jinxes his body gunning and smashes it into the top corner. Eh? Is it that?
Yeah. Count scoring like a 1 centimeter hat trick.
Yeah.
just taking Suarez's goals off him.
Do you know what? That was honestly that goal. The last one where he nicked off the second. Sorry,
when Suarez took about 2. He absolutely went. Was it Raphael who went round? Absolutely.
Real third
in the ball. It was going in his keeper. Like David Nugent did it online.
Oh, I couldn't believe that. I remember watching it like going, oh my god, he's done it. And then Dirk Kuyt just I'd
be fuming if I was Suarez. That was his hat trick goal, wasn't it? So he sort of understandable.
That was his second. That was his hat trick goal.
Second, yeah. If he didn't get a hat trick in that, I think Suarez would have been fuming. So that was Suarez's goal every day of the week. He just absolutely raced him around him.
It would have been one of them compilations, that goal from Suarez. One of the Prem's best ever goals.
Yeah, and Kuyt was literally every single goal was like that much off the line. I won't even say it was a 1 centimeter hat trick. It was.
I've got some breaking news, and everyone's gonna laugh at this. Ready? Breaking news just come up on my phone. Fabio Borini, ex-Liverpool and Chelsea and AC Milan striker, has signed a short-term deal with Salford City.
That is so random. And Salford got rid of all the 92 apart from Gary Neville left.
I think it's just Garrett. I think Nicky Butt might be left as well.
I think they've all gone apart from Gary Neville. I think he's the one left.
Yeah, Gary Neville's left. He won't sell that. Nice little coin earner for him, isn't it?
That's so random.
Fabio Borini, League One.
I couldn't understand Championship like a Wrexham or something like that because he's played Championship before with Sunderland. But
it's honestly just come on.
I know, good luck to him. That's a 9.5, by the way, for Salford. If he's still got it, that's if he's still got it.
Yeah.
Right, here we go. Fantasy League.
Bear with me.
Can you see it?
I can see it. I just bear with the phone just say it's the right shot.
Can you see it? Right, so this is a Fantasy League so far. As you can see, I dropped down to 8th. Didn't have the best of weeks. But I'm only a point behind Theogene in 7th. So far, James still top of the leaderboard. 76 points last week. Marshak in 2nd. Thomas in 3rd. Davier in 4th. Mark in 5th. Noah in 6th. And I'm down in 8th. And Mr. Naj is...
Shite.
I ain't got enough time to go keep going down. He's there in 16th. 16th. How old is Barini now? I don't know, Must be out
35.
I can say must be about my age. So 16th for Naj last week. He got 53 points.
Nothing goes well for me at the minute. Nothing goes well for me.
Walter Mardy got a goal, didn't he? Eze played well. Semenyo getting him goals.
Look at my bench.
Caicedo on 10. Caicedo's a good player to have, right now. I didn't get much last week. Did you get more than me last week?
I don't know.
Why did you get 53? I got 56. And I fired a bad week. 56 for me.
I just can't catch a break at the minute in FPL. Like I feel like
Van Hecker was my most person on the pitch for points. That's ridiculous.
And I told you to put Van Hecker in. Remember?
I put Van Hecker in before you told me that. I think I'd already had him in at that point.
Oh, who was it? I said though. I said take someone out because he wouldn't start or something, and then you had Van Hecker on your
bench. It was between Van Hecker and Livramento. Was it Livramento? I had?
No, someone else. It was someone else. It was someone who I was like, nah, he'll play. Van Hecker will play or something like that. But you already had Van Hecker on your team. I can't remember who it was. Anyway,
Gabriel.
I'm shit.
I can't think who it was.
I've
made one change this week.
Yokeres out.
I've made one change this week. No, I took fucking Brennan Johnson out. Never again.
Brennan
Johnson out.
I was tempted to put. So last week, I'll tell you the funny story. So I did my FPL live on. Was it Friday last week? Friday night, yeah. Oh, sorry, 2 weeks ago. And I sat there and sometimes obviously I get chat to get involved with what I do. And I was like, I had 2 drafts because I had 2 free transfers. Like, do I go with, because I'm doing no Haaland this year. That's like, I'm not doing it. I can't be bothered. It's just boring.
Yeah, that's why you got the top points there.
So I went last week. I thought, I'll go Eze. And I can't remember who else I took. Get me team up again, actually, Dale, please. I can't remember who I took out. It was Eze and someone else.
Leagues.
Right at the bottom. Keep going. So I had in... who did I have in now? So I put Eze in, basically. And I put in... I can't remember. I can't put someone else in. Eze and I would have been Voltamada, yeah.
Voltamada, yeah, you didn't have Voltamada. Yeah.
So I put Eze and Voltamada in, and my decision was to go Voltamada and Rice. And then I was like, people going, do Rice, and I was like, nah, I'll probably go Eze long term. Eze looks good. Everyone was like, and then some people going, nah, do Rice, lad. And I thought, nah, I just can't be bothered doing Rice. What did he get? 12 points. So I just can't catch a break. Eze got 6 points on a win.
It's a good chance for that, is it? So I've made one change this week. I don't know if you've made a change this week. So the tips I'm going to go through a couple of players this week that I'd bring in if I had like unlimited transfers. I'd be looking at this week for you guys at home. So I'll be looking at Man City players and what I've been at home to Everton. I think they'll score. I think they'll win 3-0. So if you haven't got Haaland, get Haaland. And if you can, I've got Doku and Haaland. So I'm happy with the City players. I think Foden could be a good one right now. I think Foden's starting to hit form a little bit as well. So I think Foden would be a good one if anyone got Man City players. Tottenham players right now. I'll be looking at Kudus, if anyone. Brennan Johnson can piss off. I watched Brennan Johnson start this week. Watch him start and score. Watch this. Write it down. It's going to happen. Brennan Johnson will start on Sunday and he'll score. I know for a fact he will. Because he was starting when I put him in. That's why I put him in. So Kudus will be a good player to have in. Solanke potentially. Pedro Porro. If I got Pedro Porro on my bench, I'd put him in this week. I think I might put him on the team. Is it Pedro Porro I've got, or is it? It is Pedro Porro I've got. So Pedro Porro would be one I'll be looking at this week. Maybe a Leeds player. Potentially.
Rondon's a good one. Defender. He gets good points.
I'd be looking more that Statch players in Cam. He's a good player. He gets a few points. If I'm looking at anyone there, looking at the leagues, I'm trying to look at what I've got in terms of Chelsea players potentially. João Pedro. If you haven't got João Pedro, maybe put João Pedro in.
Enzo.
That's what I've put in this week, mate.
Yeah, Enzo.
I put Enzo in this week. Enzo Caicedo. I put Enzo in this week because he got fouled quite a lot against us. I think he'll get some goals. Yeah, I put Enzo in this week for Brennan Johnson. I think it was between him and Kudus. I put Enzo in instead. I'd be looking at Arsenal players. You could be looking at Saka, Gyökeres, Rice. Rice has been getting some points this season.
Yeah, I would. Do you know what? I'd have to massively disagree with. Do not bother with Gyökeres. It's not worth it. 3 goals in 8.
He's going to get me some points. I'll tell you now. He's going to get some points from me. But when he does, he'll get some good points from me.
Once Arsenal get used to playing with him, I think he will. But they just don't pass him at the minute, which is just like he meant to do. Like he is playing well. He's just not getting the ball. So,
I think Eze going in there might help him. I think Odegaard's just off it at the moment.
Yeah, he's terrible at the minute.
So yeah.
What would your Liverpool players be? Would you have any Liverpool players?
See, I've got Grav and I've got Van Dijk, and I took Gakpo out. Gakpo because I took him out, and as soon as I took him out, didn't he bag?
Yeah. Yes.
But yeah, I would look at Gakpo this week if I were looking at anyone this week, but I don't want to get him back in. I think Gakpo has a good record against Man United. I know Mohamed Salah, but I don't know what Slot's going to do with him. I can't trust Slot with Salah. I trust Salah, but I don't trust Slot.
Do you know what? I'm going brave this week. Do you know what I'm going to do?
Captaining him.
Triple captain Salah.
Oh yeah, triple captain Salah. Wow. He does like playing Man United. He does like playing Man United.
Yeah. What's he got? 18 goals or something against them?
He does like playing Man United. Could be a good shout, that. Could be a good shout.
Yeah. Do you know what Liverpool players? I would say Virgil, Gravagod, Gakpo should be decent for this game week. I've got Isak in myself personally, but I've tried to jump in before the power curve. I think Isak will be in people's teams in the next few weeks. You know, Liverpool do click.
Yeah. I had to take Wirtz out, but everyone got back. I had to take Wirtz out. I was just carrying him. It was just a passenger in my team at the moment.
I don't know who to make for my transfer.
And that's not on Wirtz either.
I might make it a defensive transfer. I'm unsure. I don't know yet.
I'm sure I did. I'm sure it was Brennan Johnson out for Enzo this week for me. I'm sure it was.
I'm thinking of taking João Pedro out soon.
Because I always look as well. I always look at the games after as well as just this week's game. And Chelsea got a good run.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe after that run, João Pedro comes out for me. Just after that run, do you know what I mean?
Oh, I've got Jed Spence. That's what I've got, not Pedro Porro.
Still good.
Yeah, I got Jed Spence. That's what I've got. I've put Rodgers on the bench. I've put Van Heck on the bench, and I've put Sensei on the bench. Senesi on the bench. That's it.
Would you not play Senesi?
No, not West Palace. No, I think Palace will win. So no.
Yeah, but do you know his DEFCON's really good?
Yeah, but no. What have I got in my back line this week? I've got Spence at home to Villa, Gabriel at home away to Fulham, Virgil on to Man United.
That's fair enough.
So couldn't get him in really. But yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you, bro. Thank you, Shibba. Thank you for getting your comments in as well, and thank you, Shibba, as well for what you said earlier as well. Do we deserve 100 viewers potentially? I don't know. I don't like to say that, but I do think we will go at some point. It is what it is, but we'll stay. We'll still stay consistent for you guys, whether it's 7 o'clock at night, it's 9 o'clock in the mornings. We'll still go a live show every single day. Apart from, yesterday I did a preview, but I put it out live last night. If anyone watched that, me and Kojo for the Man United, because I don't think Kojo was free any other time, so it was best to get a Man United fan on for that. What about Smenian? Not this week, Brevian. A lot of people will probably put in this week, maybe him still keeping him as captain, but I don't think he'll get much this week. But yeah, thank you for watching. Have a great night, guys. Have a great weekend, and I'll speak to you all tomorrow at some point. I don't know when I'm going to be live tomorrow. Maybe in the morning, potentially. I don't know what I'm going to do in the morning, like, because we're doing the permanent show by time. But yeah, get over to our TikTok as well, because we've actually hit 1,000 on TikTok as well. So we now can go live on TikTok as well. So that's a new thing for us. Thank you for watching tonight, guys. And thank you, Brevin Copper, as well.